Hello, my name is Thomas McQueen, and I'm a Senior Solution Engineer with the Salesforce.org education team. Today, I'd like to talk to you about reimagining the experience for current students at Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design. And I would also like to thank you for being with us today. We understand how valuable your time is, and we appreciate you spending it with us. Before we begin, I'd just like to go over our forward-looking statement, which states that you should make purchasing decisions based off products that are available on the market today. Now, I'd like to take you through an agenda of the journey that will be going on to look at how we can really transform that student experience. First off, we'll talk about how we can enhance student engagement. From there, we'll get into how we can empower advisors and at the same time streamline their productivity. And last, we'll talk about how we can gain actionable insights to be proactive from an advising and student retention and student success piece. So I'd like to introduce you to three personas. First, we'll be talking about Sophia, who is a current student at Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design. If you recall from the recruitment and admissions demo, she was a prospective student, first year, and now she is successfully enrolled and wants to further her experience, and we want to ensure that she's successful. Then I'd like to introduce you to Adam, who is an advisor at Rocky Mountain, and he really needs to be able to have a 360-degree view of Sophia to understand what's going on so he can be proactive as an approach. Last but not least, we have Deborah, and Deborah needs to be able to not only support Adam, but also get a holistic view of student advising and retention at Rocky Mountain. So first off, let's talk about how we enhance the student engagement. And we do this by creating a robust community, all that is accessible in the palm of Sophia's hand. So let's take a look at that. So see, here we have our community, and it is completely customizable, and it can be accessed on any type of device, whether that be phone, mobile, or laptop. So Sophia could be sitting at a Starbucks, she could be talking with her friends, she could be on her tablet, she could be on her laptop. In this case, she's on her phone. And she has different resources available to her that are personalized for her experience and all themed around student retention and success. So at our bottom here, we have an Omni channel. And what that does is that allows Sophia to engage with us on the channels that she prefers. So this is something that she can access 24/7. So let's click on our web chat here and take a look at that. So she's going to go ahead and put in her information here. And then we're going to go ahead and start chatting. And she's going to chat with Art, who is our chatbot at Rocky Mountain. And he's going to take her on a journey. So what type of questions do you have? You can see he introduces himself, or she, as Art. And in this case, she is a current student, and it'll give Sophia a menu of self-service options. In this case, she wants to take a look at her stats and see how she's doing. So she can see that her GPA is pretty good and how many credits she has. It also shows her balance. From there, she can choose different options, obviously depending on the time. If she wants to transfer to an agent, if there's available, she can set up an appointment. All actionable items she can do in the palm of her hand. In this case, she is finished, so she's going to go ahead and close this out and end the chat. From here, if we go back up to the top, we're able to click down here, and she has a menu of different options. So the next thing I would like to show you is how she can set an appointment with her advisor, all from the palm of her hands. So we're going to go ahead and click on Advising and Advising Appointments. And we can see that she has an upcoming appointment for grade concerns, which was already made with Adam, but she wants to make a second appointment here. So we're going to go ahead and hit Schedule Appointment. And it's going to be with Adam. And in this case, it is a question about scheduling. And we get this error message because it is the end of June when I'm doing this demo. But if we switch over to July here, in a moment you will see availability pop up. So in this case, let's say she wants to make an appointment for Friday, July 2nd. And she has the choice to do this in person, phone, or virtual. So we're going to go ahead and click here. And in this case, we'll say that it's going to be a phone appointment. And it was booked. She can also add additional comments here, and she can put job concern since she works and she's worried about that with her scheduling, so that way Adam has an idea of what is going on and he can be empowered. She can edit the comments and she can also reschedule it. So we're gonna go ahead and close out of here and look at the other options that Sophia has available to ensure her success as a student. One of the cool things that we have available to ensure Sophia's success is different tasks and success plans she can do. So under advising here, I'm gonna go to my tasks and we can see some of the tasks that she has. So she has some overdue tasks and she has some tasks that need to be completed this week. These tasks are something that is part of what we call a success plan, which is a guided action plan for Sophia on certain items. So in this case, it looks like she needs to meet with her academic advisor, and it looks like she has a study abroad trip coming up, so she needs to obtain her passport. In this case, let's take a look at the meeting with your academic advisor. So I'm going to hit view task here, and it's going to tell us about the task, and Sophia can complete it once it's been done, and she can see here what it is that she needs to do. And she can also click on what it's related to. So in this case, it will actually talk about her success plan. And she can see here that this week she needs to meet with her advisor, so she can mark that as complete. So we can set up customized success plans and add individual tasks, so that way the student isn't overwhelmed. Maybe if they want to do a study abroad, maybe if they want to do an internship, maybe if they're put on academic probation, we can give them weekly tasks to really break that down so it's not overwhelming, and we as advisors and faculty can see that they've completed these tasks, and we'll see that later on. A couple other features that I wanted to show you that's available to Sophia is something called My Community. And what this is, are these are groups that Sophia is a part of or can be a part of, where she can really engage, whether that be sports groups, whether that be electives, whether that be different internships, study groups, maybe art groups. She can do that on here. So if we look at campus life, for example, we can see what activities are going on here. We can look at these different posts. We can engage. We can search the feed. We can leave the group. It's just another way to keep Sophia engaged with the student. So for Rocky Mountain, we can think of the specific groups that we'd want to create that really will be assets to our constituents and our students so they can be involved, whether that be campus life, arts, outreach programs, community groups, and this allows both students and faculty to engage with one another. A couple other tools available to Sophia is under my dashboard here. We looked at her performance earlier, but we also can pull it up here on the phone as well. We looked at it from Art, the chatbot, but she has this available to her, which gives her a breakdown of her overall academic performance, looks at her absences and credits. So Sophia can get a bird's eye view of where she's standing anytime she wants, 24/7. The last thing I wanted to show you is something called success teams. So under advising here, we can look at my team and we can see all of the members of Sophia's success team. We understand that it takes a village, and we want to ensure that our students are successful in every area of their student life. So whether that be academic, financial, wellness, or career, we have different advisors, and Sophia can interact with these individuals at any time. Now that we've looked at how we can enhance student engagement and keep Sophia involved and have everything she needs in the palm of her hand, let's look at how Adam, as an advisor at Rocky Mountain, will both be empowered to have a 360-degree view of all of the students he's supporting, and also be able to streamline his productivity through the different tools, keeping in mind they're all in one place. So here we have a customized homepage for Adam, which has everything he needs to start his day. At the top here, we have a analytics chart here, and it's dynamic so we can drill down. So let's say, for example, he wanted to look at business majors. He could drill in here and look at business majors and look at student satisfaction. He could even drill into the ones that have poor student satisfaction to further understand where he's at. And if we look down here, we can actually see the individual students. So then we can focus on them. Below this, we have what we call students not served. Now, why is this important? Well, sometimes we have students that kind of slip through the cracks. There's nothing to indicate that they're in danger of dropping out or failing their classes, but they just kind of slip through the weeds and they don't really feel engaged. So let's be proactive, and this allows Adam to be proactive and reach out to all these individuals, regardless if they have any concerns or not, just to show that we're engaged and they are a part of the Rocky Mountain family. Below that, we actually have what we call alerts. And alerts allow us to be, again, proactive to a situation that comes up. So instead of worrying about the student where they're at the point of dropout, we have different alerts that can be triggered off of systems. They can be manually added. Certain parameters are met. For example, attendance alerts, alerts with learning management system if they haven't logged in or their grade drops. We can create all of these different types of customized alerts to really let that advisor know and that faculty member know that there is a concern with this student. Moving to the top here, we also have social media, so we can engage and understand what's going on with our school. And below that here, we have some productivity tools with tasks and events. So overall here, Adam has this customized learning page that is set up for him. He has everything he needs to start his day from one place. And what this will enable him to do is really save time and not have to go to multiple external systems, because all the data is in one place. And it gives him an overview of his day and what's going on with the students that he serves. Additionally, he's able to manage his time and appointments effectively with our appointment manager here. So if I go to the bottom here and I skipped forward to Friday purposely, if you remember, we scheduled a appointment, or Sophia scheduled an appointment in her community here. So we can see this appointment that she scheduled is up here, so Adam can see that. So he really has an idea of his appointments and what's going on. Additionally, he can change and update his appointment settings here. So if he needed to change his availability around at any time, he'd be able to do that. He can put in buffer times here. He can put in the amount of time he wants for the different appointment types, and he can change his locations as well as his availability. So just kind of a one-stop shop for Adam to be able to individually manage his availability here. So the next thing I'd like to show you is the contact record for Sophia. And here is the real value in Salesforce, or another piece of the value is with this platform. You saw earlier in the recruitment and admissions demo, we have Sophia's data already in the system. So this is just a continuation, and it's that flawless transition from prospective student to alumni. And that life cycle is managed all in one place here. So not only are you gathering valuable constituent data to really create and transform the best experience for them and keep them engaged, but you're also making a seamless experience for your staff, because whether it's recruitment and admissions to student success to alumni, they all have this data available in one place. So now we can see here all her student details, and as I mentioned before, all of these fields are completely customizable, so we can create what is best for Rocky Mountain. Additionally, we can report on all this data. Over on the right-hand side, you notice we have a prediction, and this is part of Einstein, which is our artificial intelligence program. And what's awesome about this is you actually get a prediction, one free prediction included as part of the platform. So what we see here is the likelihood of Sophia succeeding over 4 years. And we can break down this data model to be based off predictions of fields that are on her contact record, information that comes from external sources like student information, learning management. So we can see here, for example, she registered for classes, which is a good thing. She has plenty of credit hours, and there's no alerts here. And we can even improve this more if she decreases some of her absences here. So it really allows Adam to kind of coach Sophia, and it helps set her up for success. Additionally, if I scroll down here, we see this activity log, which I mentioned before is very valuable. And this is great because we really can understand, no matter who interacts with Sophia, we can see what's going on and have a bird's eye view of any interactions that's happened with her. And this is very helpful if we have staff changes or a staff is out. Another member of the advising team can step in and see all of the interactions we've had with Sophia. So just really valuable insights here. So now what I'd like to do is step into her actual advising record. And this is where we can really streamline some of our productivity. But before I do that, one other thing I wanted to mention additionally here is just like our admissions team, our advising team as well has access to multiple channels to engage Sophia the way she wants. So whether we wanted to call Sophia, we can do that through our lightning dialer here. And that call is recorded and we have the transcripts for it. Additionally, we're able to start a text message with Sophia, and Adam can also turn himself online here and he can make himself available for incoming SMS messages. So if Sophia prefers to engage that way, he can engage that way with our constituents. A lot of times our constituents prefer alternative methods than phone. We have the ability to do that, and it's all being tracked on here so we know what's going on. So under communication here, any type of call, any type of communication, any type of engagement, messaging, whatnot, we have that information available all in one place. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the tools that is really going to help Rocky Mountain and the student advising and student success department empower your advisors and streamline their productivity to create the best experience for your students. So here we have Sophia's advisor record here, and we can see at the top we have a dashboard here with different information, different metrics about Sophia's performance. So we see her GPA information on here. We have absences, hours worked, her total credit hours, logins. Just gives you a holistic bird's eye view of what is going on with Sophia to help the advisor really guide her. And keep in mind, with Salesforce, we can connect with any type of system, right? So your learning management system, your SIS system, we're able to integrate and pull that information into one place. And that is really where the magic of the productivity comes from. If I scroll down a little bit here, we have all of these different tools to help with our productivity and help keep Sophia on the track of success. In a study Harvard Extension School did, their advisors saved on average of 40 hours per year because they don't have to go to multiple systems, and this is all in one place. They have the tools they need to empower them and really streamline their productivity. So the first thing here is we have notes, right? So we can add in notes about whatever it is that Sophia is interested in. Let's say we had a situation that comes up and that we were approving her to use credits from another school. Maybe she transferred in. We can create a note here for that. Maybe we had a discussion about social distancing. And the power here is that whoever has access to this record can see this note. So if Sophia talked to another advisor, we would be able to update this information. And for example, social distancing, so maybe she talked to another person and they gave her a different answer, we can all be on the same page. In terms of communication here, again, we can see anything that was sent out for communication. We can keep track of any type of program she's in, any type of text messages. For early alerts here, this is what I talked about earlier. So if we have proactive alerts, we can really guide Sophia in terms of being successful. So looks like we have a grade concern here. So we're able to take a look at that and view that alert and see what that's about. And it looks like she's at risk in one of her classes. So the advisor can help guide her and ensure that she's successful there. Because maybe Sophia thinks that everything's okay, but we have this information available to really empower her to be successful. Success plans we already talked about in the student community, but I wanted to show you on the advisor side. So earlier when we went into success plans, I showed you the first year success plan, and we actually created tasks for Sophia. And what's great about this is these are templated, right? So you can create success plans up ahead for your advisors, and they won't need to add the task. The task will already be in here. So when they assign a student on their contact record, for example, a first year success plan, the student will then see the tasks in their community and that the order they need to do them. So they need to register for certain classes, that's in here. Additionally, they can update tasks, they can add new tasks, or they can create a new plan altogether. So if I go back here and I'm on success plan, I can apply a success plan, and we have different templates here. So Sophia, for example, and these are all different types of templates that we have that we could add to Sophia, whether it be study abroad or attendance support, whatever it is that you can think of, we can create customized template plans for Rocky Mountain and have that there for this advisor to use, and then it creates the individual tasks that the student needs to complete. So regardless of, or rather than tell them, hey, you need to, apply for this internship, it actually breaks down the task one by one into easy, digestible pieces, and the advisor can manage that at any time. A couple other tools that we have here available to us is appointments. So we can see any past and upcoming appointments on here. So it gives us, again, that 360-degree view of Sophia as a student, as well as we can see her success team here. So as I mentioned before, it does take a village, and we have a village of individuals to support Sophia along her journey. So we have Adam as the academic advisor, we have a financial aid person, we have a health person, and we have a career. So really getting that holistic approach to Sophia's success at Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design. So as you can see here, I showed you from the advisor side, Adam's homepage, which has everything he needs to start the day, Sophia's contact record, as well as her advising record, and having all of these different tools to enhance her experience and streamline productivity for Adam and the advising team. Now that we've taken a look at Adam and some of the tools he has, let's look at what the leadership team and Deborah has available as far as reporting and analytics and what they can do with these insights to further the student experience at Rocky Mountain. So here we have one of many dashboards that we can create with our analytics. And what's great about this is this just gives the leadership team at Rocky Mountain an overview of how we're doing in terms of revenue and in terms of student experience and operations here. So for example, I can drill down here and let's say I want to look at international students and wanted to look at revenue. I could do that. I just clicked first generation, so we can see first generation. We can see what areas of the country they're coming from. We can see the revenue. Now let's see which are first generation and international. So we can drill down even further here. So these dashboards are dynamic here, and we can see what area or what school they're coming from. For example, the School of Arts and Sciences, and we can kind of understand better. So if I click onto that here, I can further drill down and I can see students that are first generation coming from that school. So we're able to really target those students. If I go over to advisors here, I can look at specific advisors. So for example, right now I'm looking at Adam. I can see which are first generation students that are tied to arts and sciences and engineering. So these are students that he is assigned to. And if I move over here, I can see the student satisfaction. I can see if they're on any success plan, if they're transfer students, if they have any watch list issues. And this just allows me to be proactive, to be able to coach Adam and help him along the way to help his students be successful. Another tool here is student engagement. So I can see, and our leadership team at Rocky Mountain can see where our students are at in terms of how engaged they are with different resources on campus. So LMS login, absences, events attended, all of this information in one place. In one stop here, this really allows me to understand some of the issues and cases that are happening around campus. So we can see all the open tickets here, closed tickets, how those tickets were brought through, what type of tickets. So whether it be an academic, financial aid issue, housing issue, IT, we can really drill into those issues and further understand. So for example, with housing here, I can drill down into housing and see the different types of tickets. I can see knowledge-based usage, so using the knowledge articles from the student community, kind of having all of this information in one place. So these are just a couple of the different tools that are available to the leadership team. And I just love this dashboard because of the drill down functionality. We can drill down into a specific area all the way to a specific case or student. So now that we've understand some of the reporting available, I'd like to close. So today we've talked about enhancing the student engagement experience through communities. We've talked about empowering advisors and also streamlining their productivity. And as you just saw, we looked at the different types of analytics and different types of insights we have available. And keep in mind, the dashboard you just saw is one of many dashboards that can be custom created for Rocky Mountain. Any type of information that flows into Salesforce, any type of field, we can create dynamic reporting on there that really empowers your team to be proactive in their decision and get a holistic view of what is going on in terms of operations for student success, academic performance, engagement, all in one place. I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration, and I look forward to working with you in the future.